Hello friends, this is Sriman Telgave and you are learning ASP.NET MVC 5 tutorial step by step, and this is part 11, and in this tutorial we are going to understand Razor View Engine in ASP.NET MVC 5. So in this tutorial we are going to learn what is a View Engine in ASP.NET MVC, why View Engine is required in MVC, and what is a Razor, and what is the Razor syntax, and comment in a Razor syntax, and escape sequence, how to use the escape sequence in Razor syntax, and the interview question. So these all are the points we are going to understand step by step. So before proceeding this video, I will request you to, if you haven't watched previous part of this tutorial, then please go ahead and watch. That will be helpful to understand the more detail about the View Engine. So we can start. So first is the what is a View Engine in ASP.NET MVC. So you can see, if we have a view and the view can contain the HTML and C# code, so we can write the HTML code and C# code inside the view. Once it is displayed to the browser, then it is all the C# and HTML code is displayed in a pure HTML format to the browser. So you can see whatever we have written the code inside the view. So for example, we have written the code HTML code, C# code, and once we render the view to the browser, then browser contain only the pure HTML, and once the view is rendered to the browser, then it will display only the pure HTML to the browser. How it is display the pure HTML code to the browser? So this is the job of a View Engine. So what is the View Engine? Means View Engine is used to convert the HTML plus C# code into the pure HTML language. So next one is the why View Engine is required. So View Engine is responsible for creating the HTML for a view. So View Engine, if you want to create some HTML for the view, then View Engine is required. And View Engine is also used to convert the HTML plus programming language to the pure HTML. So for example, inside the view, just we have understand, if you write any C# code or any VB code inside the view, then the C# or VB code it converted into the pure HTML once the view is rendered to the browser. So to convert the C# code to the pure HTML, then we require the View Engine. So next one is View Engine is also used to find the corresponding view for action method. Find out the view for the action method. For example, I have a index method inside the home controller. So if you want to find out the index corresponding view for the index method, then the view is required. And it is also used to find the view from the shared folder. Like so, if you have one index method inside the home control, and we have created one index view inside the shared folder instead of home folder. So once you execute your application, first it will find out inside the home folder. If the corresponding view does not find out inside the home folder, then it will find out inside the shared folder. So this is the job of View Engine. So we can write the C# code on the view with the help of View Engine. And View Engine is also used to implement the strongly typed view. So those all are the points about the View Engine. So next one is what is the Razor? So a Razor is a View Engine. So you can also say Razor is an advanced View Engine. So we cannot say a Razor is a programming language, because it is not any programming language, but it is a new markup syntax. So it will provide a new markup syntax. And the namespace for the Razor engine is system.web.razor. So if you want to use the Razor syntax, then the Razor syntax namespace is system.web.razor. File extension for the Razor view is .cshtml or vbhtml. It is based on the language, and for the partial view and layout view should be the same view file extension. And the Razor syntax are easy to learn and much clearer than the waveform syntax. So a Razor syntax is a very easy, so we can easily understand and we can easily remember all the syntax of the Razor, so as compared to the waveform syntax. And it is also the much clean, so it is a very clean syntax as compared to the waveform. So and the Razor syntax is used to prevent the cross-site scripting attack. This is the one more benefit of using the Razor. And Razor View Engine does not support the design mode in Visual Studio, means you cannot see your view, page look and feel. And Razor engine also support the test-driven development, so this is the one of the benefit of using the Razor View Engine, and it does not depend on the system.web.ui.page class. So those all are the points about the Razor. So next one is what is the Razor syntax? So there are two type of Razor syntax. So first we can say single statement block, and first you need to remember Razor syntax is always start with @ What? Razor syntax is always start with @. So first one we are going to learn single statement block. So there are two type of Razor syntax. First one is the single statement block, and second one is the multi-statement block. So the single statement block it start with @ and we can write the code. So we can go with programmatically and understand more about the Razor syntax. So to understand the Razor syntax, what we can do, we can create one application. So you can provide the meaningful name. So I can simply say Razor View Engine example. So you can provide any meaningful name as per your requirement. I am selecting empty template and click on the checkbox, MVC checkbox, and click on OK. So once the application created, so right click on the controller, add, and click on home controller. So we can create one empty controller having name home controller. Click on add. So it will create a home controller, and default is the index method. So we can create one view. So right click on the action method, click on add view, and provide the meaningful view name and click on add. So the view is created. To understand the Razor single statement Razor syntax, what we can do, we can create one div, and inside the div I can create one label, and you can see the Razor syntax is always start with @. So if you say single @ and we can write the C# code. So you can say I will write the datetime dot now. So this is the C# code, and we can easily write the C# code once if you provide the @ and then we can provide the C# code. So this is the single statement block in a Razor. So I will provide the BR tag for the next line, and we can create one more label, and I will say @. So you can, if you say @, the Razor syntax is always start with @, and we can write the any C#. So we can write the C# code. So in this case I will say too long time string. So you can write any as per your requirement. So we can also write the C# code like this. So if you want to addition of two number like this, @ simple curly bracket, and we can say 100 plus 200. So, and before this I will provide some string, addition of two number is equal to. So first we have used the single statement block, and the razor syntax is always start with @ and we can write the any C# code after the @ character. Simply we have defined some datetime.now string, and here is also datetime, and also we have used @, so we can directly say simple curly bracket open and close, and we can provide the any number. We can say addition, subtraction, multiplication as per our requirement. So first we can execute the application and let's check what is the result. So you can see here, so first we have print the date time, and after that we have provide the only the time, and also we have display the addition of two numbers. So we have provided the 100 plus 200 is 300. So this is the way of using the single statement block razor syntax in View. So if you want to provide some addition, or we can say subtraction, we can use as per our requirement. So we can say @ simple bracket open and close, and inside this we can use whatever, we can perform any C# logic. We can write any C# logic. You can say sub of to number. If you refresh the page, then you can see here. So you can see here sub of to number is equal to 50. Yes, so we have understand the how to use the single statement razor syntax in View. So next we are going to understand how to use the multi-statement block in View. @ curly bracket open and curly bracket close. So we can write the multiple code inside the curly bracket. So how we can go with practically and understand more detail. So to understand the multi-statement block, I will create one more div, and inside the div, so we can say the multi-statement block, syntax of multi-statement block is @ curly bracket open and close simply, and we can write the multiple code here. For example, I will say num1 is equal to 100, and one more thing you need to remember while work with the multi-statement block on View. So the multi-statement block, the C# code, the multi-statement syntax always end with semicolon. So we need to provide the semicolon after the end statement. And I will create one more variable num2 is equal to, I will say 200. So this is the simple example, and I will say num3, and what we can do, we can perform some addition, num1 plus num2, and so we can display to the browser. I want to display this result to the browser, so I want to print this result to the label. So I can simply say @ and I want to print the num3. So sorry, do this num3, and I want to print the num3. So I will provide some message, addition of two number is equal to. So refresh, so go to the View, open the browser and refresh the page. So you can see here, addition of two number is 300. So we can change any. So for example, you can say 500 plus 200. So refresh the page. So you can see the 700 result is addition of two number. We can perform the subtraction. Refresh the page. So you can see. So we can write the multiple line of C# code inside the multi-statement block. The use of multi-statement block is to write the multiple line of C# code inside the block. So if you create, I have create the string string variable, and I will say message is equal to, we can provide any message. So we can say welcome to Razor View Engine. Razor View Engine in MVC tutorial. So you can provide any message as per our requirement. Just I am providing so to understand the multi-statement block concept. So if you refresh the page, so you can see the message. So welcome to Razor View Engine in MVC tutorial. So just we have understand the multi-statement block, we must always enclosed and just we have understand the semicolon must be used to ending the statement. If you write any C# code inside the multi-statement block, then we need to write, so we need to provide the semicolon before after end of the statement. And in the inline expression, the variable and function always start with @. So if you write any function or variable, then you can see it is, so we can say it is always start with @. There is no curly bracket open and close. So the curly bracket open and close is only for the multi-statement block. And so just we have understand the example of a single statement block and multi-statement block. Next one is the comments in Razor View. So there are two type of comments. First one we can say single line comment and multi-line comment. So single line comment, so it is a simply it is a very simple. So it is we can provide the double slash before the code. So this is the use of a single line comment. So we can go with programmatically and understand more detail. If you want to provide the comment for this line, so you can simply say double slash before the code. So it is a commented, and I will delete this. So if you run the program, you do not see the message here. Yes. So this is the single statement block. And next one is the multi-line comment. What is the multi-line comment means? So we can provide the multi-line comment by using the /* before the code and end of the code */. So how we can go with programmatically? So you can see I will provide /* before the code, and end of the code I will say */. This is the multi-line comment in Razor. So if I write any code inside this, so it is considered as a comment. I will delete this one also, there is no use. So we have understand how to use the comment in a Razor View, single line comment and multi-line comment. It is very easy. And next we are going to understand how to use the escape sequence in Razor syntax. So to understand the escape sequence, what we can do, we want to print my Twitter account. So my Twitter account is the Twitter account is always start with @. and my Twitter account is @Srimanth_VT. So I want to print this my Twitter account to the browser. So we can go. So first I will delete this. So I will delete the existing code. So I will create one label and I will say my Twitter account. My Twitter account is, I can simply say @SHRIMANT Srimanth_VT. So this is my Twitter account. So you can see that my Twitter account is always start with @ and our razor syntax is just we have learned the razor syntax is always start with @. Then if I run this code, then what is the error? So first we run the application. So you can see here there is the compilation error. What is the compilation error? The error says that the name Srimanth_VT does not exist in the current context. So the compiler find out the Srimanth_VT in the current context, but it does not find out because this is not exist in the our current context. So how can we avoid this exception? So we can avoid this exception by using the escape sequence. So what is the escape sequence means? If you want to print @, then we can simply say one more @, so double @. So it will print only one @ to the browser and it does not provide any compilation error to the user. So once we can provide the double @ and I will simply refresh the page. So you can see it is printed my Twitter account is @Srimanth_VT. So this is the simple way to use the escape sequence in razor syntax. So next one is the interview question. So many interviewer ask the interview question on this part is what is the razor View Engine in MVC and use of the escape sequence in razor View Engine. This is the very simple interview question on this part. So if you understand my tutorial, then definitely you can provide the best answer to the interviewer. So those all are the points we have understand in this tutorial. So first we have understand what is View Engine and why View Engine is required, what is the razor and syntax of a razor, and also we have understand how to comment in razor and how to use the escape sequence in razor View Engine. So those all are the points we have covered in this tutorial. So the next tutorial we are going to understand how to use the loop in razor View Engine. So thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and add your valuable comment, and for more detail you can visit my blog www.programmingwithshri.com. Thank you. Thanks for watching my